My testing, my testing. Hi student. Thanks for waiting. Yep. Let me drink some water first before the start. Alright, today we'll discuss about the paper 2020, October, November, and paper 1-2. So I hope you guys can hear me well, and I hope my mic got no problem. Okay. So yeah, so let's see about this paper. So can you please base the revision on permutation and combination next time? Actually, I have quite a lot of video about permutation and combination, and this paper also have that topic. So yeah, if you are interested to learn that topic, yeah, make sure you stay until the end. Alright, so let's begin. Alright, so the first question, this one is sort of the bonus mark questions. It will be helpful. Trigonometry as well, if is it possible. Trigonometry is actually not that hard also, right? Okay, the first one. This one is super easy. So keyword, what's the keyword for this question? Two distinct point. Two distinct point means what? We know actually the curve will touch the straight line at two different point. Two different point is mean b square minus 4ac bigger than 0. Right, so but then a lot of students will straight away take the ABC. You can't take when there's a y there. So what you need to do is you need to basically substitute the y back into the y. So therefore I will need to sub this y into this y. So I have something like 2x squared plus k plus 4 equals to k plus 4x. And then I want to rearrange them into the general form of the quadratic. Then only I can decide what is my a, b, and c value here. So this is 2x squared plus k plus 4 equals to kx. Actually I can throw the whole thing to the other side straight away. Minus k plus 4 x plus k plus 4. So you can see equals 0. So you can easily see my a, b, and c value here, isn't it? So my a value will be 2, my b value will be negative k plus 4, and my c value is k plus 4. So yep, then I can start do this. B square, yeah, you want to put a negative in front of it also can, or you want to ignore it also, never mind, because square negative will eventually become positive. So minus 4ac bigger than 0. So I will just solve this one. K square minus 8k plus 16 minus 8k minus 32 bigger than 0. So k square minus 16k minus 16 bigger than 0. Then I hope I didn't make any kind of mistake. This is k. No, I want to get 16. No, 4 cannot. 16 1 cannot. 8 2 cannot. Oh my god, did I make any careless mistake? Or maybe it's a decimal. Polynomial, power 2, 1, negative 16, negative 16. Alright, so find the possible value of k. So alright, so we have a positive k must be bigger than 8 plus 4 sub 5. And another one, k must be less than 8 minus 4 sub 5. Alright, so but normally a question like this, right, we will get a nice number rather than the decimal. So this one, I'm not sure is it I make some carry mistake or this question is just like that. I think I make a correct carry mistake, right? Minus 32. b squared minus 4ac plus 16 minus 8k minus 32 I cannot find my Kara's mistake. Where is my Kara's mistake? Any one of you find my mistake? Oh my god. Sub this value back into that, then a k plus 4x move to the other side minus k plus 4x and then plus k plus 4 b squared minus 4ac cannot be what? Negative 8 times 4 is 32, right? Sometimes I just don't trust my brain. This is negative 8 minus this one, negative 8k. Negative 8 multiply this one, negative 32. K squared minus 8k plus 16. This is a simple question. Minus 6 minus 6. Negative 8 times 2, negative 16. Minus 16. I didn't find any mistake, but the answer, because I have the marking scheme with me, the answer over here is basically, oh, this is k plus 4. Oh, so this one will be 8k. This one will be 8k, so k will be 0. Then we have something like this. So this is k squared minus 4 squared. So this is k plus 4, k minus 4. Bigger than 0. And then this is quadratic inequality. So this one will be 4 and negative 4, right? Since it's bigger than 0, we go this two direction. K must be bigger than 4 and k must less than negative 4. Okay, this one should be the final answer. Just a plus here. Yeah, I'm not sure why this is k plus 4. Suddenly I insert k minus 4 into that. This is just a very stupid mistake. Anyways, I hope you guys don't make this kind of mistake. Alright. Next questions. Alright, this question, you have a reciprocal and then they ask you to find the fx. Okay, whenever you want to form this kind of cubic equation, what you want to do first? You will always want to find the x-intercept, because from the x-intercept you can easily form a cubic equation. So this one, x equals to 2, x equals to negative 1, x equals to negative 5. So from here, you just imagine if you can move this one to the other side, you sort of get something like x minus 2 equals 0, right? Then this one you get x plus 1 equals 0, right? And then this one you get x plus 5 equals 0, right? So if you see carefully, you have a 3 bracket here. This is my fx. I don't know what is my a, but I know I have f plus 5, x plus 1, and x plus minus 2. Alright, so what I want to do next is I just want to find the a. Whenever I want to find the a, I will always use the y-intercept, which is called 0, 5. I will sub 0 into all my x and sub 5 into my fx. So, yep, this is a. So this is 0, right? So 5 times 1 times negative 2. So this is negative 10, so my a will be negative 1 over 2. Alright, then I can know my fx equation. Done. So it will be negative 1 over 2, x plus 5, x plus 1, and x minus 2. Yeah, I believe you can leave your answer like this without needed to expand it, because this question doesn't ask me to leave my answer in any specific pattern. So I will just assume we do not need to actually expand it. We can just leave our answer like that. Alright, easily 3 mark. Remember, do you see how I do? First, I find from my x-intercept, and then from there, I easily form a 3 bracket there. Then I want to find the a using the y-intercept. Plug in the value, I got the a. I rewrite the whole cubic equation. Right, this is how I do these kind of questions. Alright, so then the next thing is when fx is less than 0. So this one, they want to know what is your range when it's below x-axis. Below x-axis, this is the part your graph is going, right? So define this part first. Right now I'm doing b when it's less than 0. This part I know the x is between -1 and -5, right? So, yep, I got the first inequality. How to define this part? This part is basically x is bigger than 2, isn't it? Yep, then I got both of the answer. The first one, x is between -5 and 2 and -1. Second, x is bigger than 2. Okay, this is the inequality they want. Should be quite easy if you get the idea. If you don't get the idea, it will be very hard for you. Okay, done. Number 3. Are we done? Yeah, we're done. Number 3, amplitude. This one I say many times. Amplitude is the value in front of it. Is A, 2. Period, I say take the bx. So for sine and cos, bx is always equals to 360. But in this case, your b is 1/3, right? So x over 3 is always equal to 360. Then x is 1080. This one will be your periods. Alright, so then they ask us basically sketch this one. In pi. So 1080 is how many pi? So we need to multiply pi over 360 to change it to radian. This one is literally 3 pi. So over here we know in 3 pi we will actually have 1 cycle, and then we will start with -1. So this one will be my new middle line, -1. And then amplitude is 2, so plus 2. So 1 will be my maximum, -2. So -3 will be my minimum. Right, then I can just sketch the graph accordingly. This is cos graph, right? 1 cycle will stop at, so half cycle will stop here. So I will have something like that. Stop at -3, and then I will just turn it. I believe I will pass by the middle here, and then going up like that. Okay, quite nice. I want to make it nicer a little bit. So yeah. So this is my 1 cycle. This one half of it at -3. But still look a little bit ugly. Let me make it look more perfect. Oh my god, it's not even close to perfect. I want to touch at the middle of it, I believe. Okay. Because I must touch at the middle, pi over 2 here. This one I must touch at the middle here. Okay, not so perfect. Okay, I assume I will get the coordinate here, and then here I will get at the middle. I believe is more middle is better. Is it? Oh, not really a middle, because this one is 1.5. Okay, so it's about okay, so it's about 75% like that. So, yeah, it's fine. How many marks? 3 marks. I think like this is considered quite okay. But still, it's a bit too high, isn't it? Okay, so this is my cos graph. So if you're not sure what value you will pass by, right, then you can you can actually use a table function in this calculator. But since only sketch, right, so I will just assume it's roughly here. Why do we multiply it by pi over 360? Today I'm too tiring. Yes, thanks to How Chance to ask a very good questions. Because we convert degree to radian, is only multiply pi over 180. Just now I multiply 360. Is wrong. So this one cycle is 6 pi. So 3 pi will only draw half of it. Yeah, so we only draw half of it. But the maximum minimum is still correct. But we just want to draw half of it. So so the middle will be here. So and then eventually we'll stop here. So we just draw half of the thing here. Yeah, something like that, but very hard for me to draw very nice. Okay, just assume you will touch here and here like that. Okay, so this one should be the correct one, because here only 3 pi, which is a half of the 6 pi. Yep. Any question? Come, ask me. Yeah, I should really have the dinner before the class, because if not I feel like so hungry and my brain like keep on make the mistake. Come, anything you want to ask me? Thanks for teaching us. I really improved by watching your video. Okay, Good to know that. Right, if there's no problem, then I will just move on. So basically, this is a cost graph, right? So due to 6 pi, right, cost graph, I will literally stop at 6 pi. But because right now the graph given only 3 pi, this is the reason why I only draw half of it. So you can see I only drawing this part, which is the half of it. Okay, so I didn't draw up to 6 pi because the graph given is only up to 3 pi. Okay, so at least you should have some idea here. Alright, the 7th term, which is the T7, is basically 158, and the 10th term, T10, is basically 149. Find the common difference in the first term. They want to find the D and A. So this is the arithmetic progression. So A plus n minus 1, 6D equals to 158, and then this is A plus 9D equals to 149, and then we do elimination. So this is negative 3D equals to negative 9. Positive 9. Then D equals to negative 3. Then I plug in any equation I want. So A plus 6 negative 3 equals to 158. Then A will be 158 plus 18. 176. Done. D is negative 3. A is 176. So if you have no idea what is going on here, here is basically Tn formula, A plus n minus 1D. This is how I actually get the 6D and 9D quickly, because this is T7, right? T7, I know basically I want to 7 minus 1, I get 6D. T10, right? 10 minus 1, I get 9D. So then you can do this kind of question by substitution or elimination. Alright, find the least number of term of the progression when, let me write down first, 176. Okay, so when the sum to be negative. So least number of term. Okay, later I will explain about least number. Right now I want the sum to negative. That's basically Sn must be less than 0. Negative, right, mean less than 0. What's the Sn formula in this topic? N over 2, 2a plus n minus 1d. Right, so I'm going to apply the Sn formula here, which is n over 2, 2a, 176, plus n minus 1, d is negative 3. Must be less than 0. So I will solve this one. I will multiply 2 to 0, so it still remain an n here. So this one I will just multiply 2, see what happened. 352n. Then this is negative 3n, multiply this one, minus 3n squared plus 3n. You should see this is the quadratic. Can this number divide by 3? No. Okay, so I multiply negative for the whole equation. Minus 3n. This one have the n also. Oh, okay, then I will just group them together. So this is 3n squared. Never mind. I just plus first 353n. 355n. Less than 0. Because I plus 3, right? 355. Can I divide by 3? No. Also, okay. Then I will factorize out the n. But normally this topic, right, I will get a very perfect, nice number. But in this case, I guess maybe I can't. Alright, I factorize out the n. Then this is minus 3n. Should I multiply them, make it become bigger? Never mind. I take out the n. Negative 3n plus 355 less than 0. Then for the quadratic inequality, we have one value is 0. Another one value is basically 355 over 3, isn't it? Less than 0 in between. Then my n value is between 0 to 355 over 3. But this question asked me to find the least value of n. No. My n square graph is negative. N square graph is negative, is like that. So yeah, this is 0. This is 355 over 3. So less than 0, that means the graph will go in these two directions. One is n is less than 0, or n must be bigger than 355 over 3. Less than 0 is rejected. Why? Because n over here cannot be negative. So this one is rejected. Then 355 over 3, definitely I can get some number. So the least value of n here, least value mean the minimum of n value I can get here will be 119, isn't it? Because n must be bigger than 118.33. That means what? It can be 119, 120, 121, 122, 123, 124, and keep on going. But among all this value, the least value you can get is 119, isn't it? This is the meaning of least number of the term. Okay? Get it? Why my quadratic graph suddenly become n, not u as usual? Because right now, I have negative 3n squared. The negative 3 decide my inequality graph will be u or n, isn't it? Because this is quadratic. So this is negative 3, is negative is n shapes. You might say, sir, what if I multiply negative for it to make it positive? You can do that. 3n squared minus 355n. When you multiply negative value, less than become bigger than 0, right? Then I will get u shapes. Then this is 0 and 355 over 3, right? Bigger than 0 go in these two directions. N is less than 0 or n is bigger than 355 over 3. Eventually, you still getting 119 no matter you flip it or not. So, yep, this is just some knowledge I want you to understand about the quadratic inequality. So far so good. Any part you don't get it or want me to explain? No? Yes, both also right. You are damn right. Yes, both are correct. Okay. Find the coefficient of x squared for in this expansion. Basically mean I expand already, I want to get x squared. So the first term is very easy because it's x power 1, no surprise here. Okay, now this one, I expand this one, I actually have 6 terms. I don't want all the 6 terms. I only want the term. Later I multiply the front one, I will get x squared. So definitely I must have some x power 1 here, right? So I multiply the first term here, I get x squared. And then here I must have an x power of 3 term, isn't it? Because when I multiply this one, divide x1, I still getting the x squared. So here I will find 2 terms here. One is x power 1, another one is x power 3. Okay. But, wow. Okay. I think it's a term at the back. I think it should be the term at the back in order to get something like this. Let's try 5. Oh no, let's try 5c1 and see. Okay, if 5c1, yeah, I think 5c1 is good. So 5c1, this one will be x power of like 4 minus 1, 5 minus 1, 4, and then 2 over x. This is power of 1, isn't it? So this one, if I expand it, I basically get 5 x power 4 multiplied 2 over x. So basically 10x power 3, right? So yep, I got the one of the term, which is 10x power 3, which is what I want here. And then if I'm doing 5c2, is it good? 5c2 here is 3. Here is 3. Okay, if I do 5c2, this is x power of 3, and then this is 2 over x power of 2. Yes, this one give me x power 1. Okay, so it's just nice. So I plus the next term. So 5c2 is 10, isn't it? Alright, so it's 10 times 4. So it's 40 x power 1. So the next term is 40x. Then we still have other term, but I don't care about the other term. The most important is I want to find out these 2 terms, because these 2 terms later cross over multiply is actually give me x squared. Now this one I'm going to multiply 40. So yep, let me put some color. Coefficient of x squared from the above, from here. So it's 40x times x is 40 plus this one multiply this one. So this is negative 3 multiply 10, negative 30. So I solve it. I get 10. So the coefficient of x squared will be 10. Alright, if you get it, this kind of question 5, easy peasy. Number 6. I need more water. Alright, okay, given the minimum value for this x squared plus 2x minus 3, you should know this is quadratic equation. Quadratic equation, we want to find minimum, there's two ways. We can do completing the square, or we can do dy dx. But right now, they say occur when x is equal to -1, explain why fx have an inverse. Okay, this is a little bit tricky. So because what? Because quadratic will never have inverse. Why? Because quadratic is not one-to-one function. Quadratic is a U-shape. U-shape can never have the inverse because it's many-to-one function. In order to have inverse function, it must be one-to-one function. But mathematicians, they find out some smart way to make this quadratic have the inverse by limiting the domain. So this is the reason why the very important thing here is x is bigger and or equals to -1. This one means what? If the minimum x is -1, this one is x is -1. Why? I do not know what is the value. If by limiting the domain, I only want the graph which is from the -1 all the way to the other positive value. Then I actually only take the yellow highlighted part. That means my graph now is become one-to-one function, because I only take from the minimum, right? So therefore, here they ask you to explain. You can say by restricted the domain, x is bigger or equals to -1, is a one-to-one function. Okay, you can use any of your own words to write it. Okay, you should be fine. And you want to know, sir, are you sure -1 is the minimum value or not? Yeah, you can do it easily by dy dx equals to 0. That means is 2x plus 2 equals to 0. X is -1. So yeah, -1 is the minimum x value. Okay, so then here they give us quite a lot of mark to draw the line and the inverse function. So I'm going to draw this quadratic. I already know the minimum is -1, but I do not know what is the y coordinate. So no doubt I need to plug in the -1 into the quadratic function. So it's 1 minus 2 minus 3. So which is -4, I believe. Okay, 1 -4 will be the minimum one. So it's somewhere here. I believe this one is -1, -4, or I no need, I straight away do like this. So this one is my graph. And -1, -4. So this is the fx. So right now I want to do the inverse function. Inverse function will reflect at the line y equals to x, isn't it? They will reflect at this line y equals to x. So this point, they will go to here. Okay, so the graph will be like this. This is f inverse. So this one will be, what value is this? This one will be -4, -1. And then, depend you want to find x-intercept or not. Does the question say about intercept? Yeah, state the intercept, right? So, a lot of work here. So let's do about x-intercept and y-intercept for both. Alright, so for this intercept, y-intercept, x is 0. X is 0, this one is -3. Okay, x-intercept y is 0. So 0 equals to x squared plus 2x minus 3. Can we factorize this thing? Yes, right. Okay, I think we can. This is x plus 3, x minus 1 equals to 0. So x will intersect at 1, or x is -3. But definitely -3 is rejected lah. So we're actually getting 1, right? So yeah, but it doesn't look like a 1, but it is a 1 here. So this one will be 1, this one will be -3. Yep. So yeah, this is the graph. Obviously, if you want to draw nicely, like patch the one and in the same ratio, yeah, you can just redraw it, make it look nicer. I redraw here, okay? So it should be something like this because it passed by 1, right? Okay, so it passed by 1, so this is -3. This coordinate just now is -1, -4. Then he will reflect at this line, y equals x. Then my another line, let me choose a bright color, so I have something like that. So it passed by -3 and 1. And then this coordinate here will be -4, -1. Okay, they will always intersect at the line y equals x lah. Okay, and then please label it. Alright, this is fx. This is f inverse x. Okay, because they ask you to state clearly the intercept of the coordinate exit. Do you see that? So we must state clearly. This is how you get marked. Okay, done. Any question want to ask me? Some student might ask, sir, how do you know the line pattern? Because this is quadratic, this is a U shape, but I just cut half to the U shape, so I know another shape will be half of the U. Okay, I hope I do answer some of your questions, even though you guys are a bit too shy to ask. But yeah, this is how I know it. Okay, equation of normal is very easy. If you watch my content before, I say 4 steps. Do dy dx, sub x value into dy dx, get the gradient of tangent, find m2, which is -1 over gradient of tangent, form the equation. Okay, so step 1, dy dx. Quotient rule, uv, copy the v, differentiate the u. This is 6x over 3x squared minus 5. Minus, copy the u, differentiate the v, which is 2. I will write a 2 in front here, divided by v squared. I'm not going to simplify this equation, but I will plug in the x coordinate given, which is -2. So when x equals to, not -2, I mean square root 2. So my dy dx is, I think the substitution part, right, you no need to really rewrite it, right? They give you the, they give you the mark for act like you substitute it. Okay, cool, let's substitute it. So 6 square root 2 over 3 square root 2 squared minus 5 minus 2 ln 3 square root 2 square minus 5 over 2 square root 2 plus 1 square. Alright, so you need to like really simplify this one. Does the question want exact form? Okay, it doesn't say they want exact form or not. If I'm lazy, I will use the calculator for it. See what answer I get after a differentiation. So I ask the calculator to differentiate for me. I can only do this when I have the x value. You can you see I actually type my y into here, right? Square root 2. Okay, okay, my final answer is 2.216. So later I simplify already. I want to see my answer is correct or wrong. But this marking scheme, they doesn't say what they want also. So I think I can just use this value, should be fine. 216. Okay, this one will be the gradient of tangent. I'm going to find a gradient of normal, which is -1 over this value. So -1 divided by my answer. So I get -0.451. Now it's the gradient of normal, and then I need to find the y value. Okay, so sometimes if I'm too lazy to type the whole thing, I will use a calculate button. I prefer, you can see this is how I insert my x value, -5 over 2x plus 1. I just type the calculate button and then I insert the square root 2 here. then yeah, okay, my y is 0. Oh, is my y 0? Seriously? So it's 6 minus ln y, yeah, is 0, is 0. Okay, so y is 0, then I can form the equation. Okay, y minus y1, 0, equals to m, which is negative 0.451, x minus square root 2. So basically, I'm doing the formula y minus y1 equals to m, x minus x1. I plug in two information here. First, I actually substitute the gradient given, which is negative 0.451. Second, I substitute the coordinates we just found, square root 2 and 0, into the x1 and y1. Okay, so then I will just solve this one. So y equals to negative 0.451x. This one 0.451 multiply square root 2 plus 0.638. Done. Alright, this is equation of normal. This is how you actually get about the 6 mark. Not too bad, right? Is there anything? What's a normal? I am new to differentiation. Okay, normal means it will be perpendicular to gradient. So let's say you have something like that. You have a random curve, and then for this curve you have a tangent. Mean you have a line will touch one point here. This line we call tangent. It's straight line. Normal is that line will be perpendicular to tangent. This is normal. So since the relationship between both lines is 90 degrees to each other, then I know this tangent will give you m1, this normal will give you second gradient. First gradient multiply second gradient must be negative 1 when they are perpendicular or they are 90 degrees to each other. Okay, I hope I do answer your question for Hao Chan. A lot of message coming in. So, yep, I hope you get it. If you didn't get it, then you let me know. Let's move on. Approximate change. Okay, approximate change, we know we use a small change formula. Change of y over change of x equals to dy dx. Oh my god. Yeah, my green screen. I rotate my chair, the green screen is just gone. Equals to dy dx. Alright, so this is the same square root x. So basically, I can use back the dy dx value just now. So my dy dx value just now is this one, isn't it? 2.216. Okay, so I just want to know what's in my change of x. So basically using the new x value minus the old x value, right? So use the square root 2 plus h. This is my new x value minus a h, which is my original x value, old x value. So I basically getting h, right? So yeah, I plug in here. Change of y over h equals to 2.216. So change of y equals to 2.216 h. This one mark is just worry you guys cannot do, so it just give you some bonus mark. Nothing very special here. Okay, combination. Find a number of way the 12 people can be put into the 3 group. The group must be 3. So I have a 12 people here. I want to group them as a 3 people group, 4 people group, and 5 people group. So how am I going to group them like this? Is very simple. 12C3, put 12 people, randomly choose 3 for the first group. And then I only left 9 people right after I choose 3. So 9 people, I choose 4 for the second group. So lastly, I have 5 people, I choose 5 for the last group. Type everything into the calculator. I can get the 5C5 is 1, no need. Done. So I have my IB Math EE meeting with my supervisor tomorrow. And I only have 6 pages now. Okay. Right, 4 digits numbers are to be formed using the 4 digits, using the digits we have some digit here, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, which is 5 digit. I want to choose 4 from it. And no restriction, which is like digit, right? Digit arrangement matter, we'll use permutation. So it's 5p4. Then we use a calculator, 5p4. What do you get? 120. Okay, the number must be even. So this 4 digits, even last digit can be 2 or 8. So this is 2 number, choose 1 here. So after I choose randomly 1 number, I still left 4 number here, isn't it? But here I only have 3 places for me to fill in. So which is 4p3. I have still left 4 number. I will choose 3 to arrange. So it's 4p3. So this is the answer for part 2. So which is 4p3 multiply 2p1 is 2 lah, 48. Okay, this answer is 48 here. Okay, now this number must be greater than 7,000. It must be odd number. So greater than 7,000 mean I can only put 7, 8, or 9 in the first place. It must be odd number, so must be 3, 7, or 9 at the back. But here they tell you something, right? Each digit may be used once only. If I straight away do like this, you can see I use twice for the 7, and I use 9. I'm repeating the 9 and 7 here, which is not allowed. So my logic right now is I need to find a way to make sure I don't make this mistake. So therefore, I will do like this. If I begin with 7 or 9 here, last digit I only put 3. Okay, I don't think like this lah. Don't think like this. It might be a bit hard for you. If I start with 7, I will do 3, 9 at the back. If I start with 9, I will put 3, 7 at the back. So both of these actually is the same. You can multiply 2. No need to 1 by 1. And then I still have 8, right? So cancel here. I cancel here. That's means if I put 8 at the first place, I can put 3, 7, 9 at the last places here, because I don't repeat it. If I put 8 only here. So right now I have case 1, case 2, case 3. So I just do them separately. Case 1 and case 2, they are the same cases. So you can time 2 if you want to. Alright, so let's see. This one, if I only have one choice is 1, 2 choice here is 2. After I use 2 number, 5 number after I use 2 number, I still have 3 number, isn't it? So I have 2 places to fill up. So it's called 3p2. I multiply them. This one is the same also. This is 1 times 3p2 times 2. So it's the same. So actually I can multiply 2 for the first one. So I no need to repeat this one anymore. So this one, 1 choice, 3 choice. I have 3 number. I want to choose 2 to arrange. I will multiply them. Then I plus them. Alright, so my answer is 2. 1 multiply, no need type lah. 3p2 multiply 2 plus 3p2 multiply 3. So the final answer is 42. Okay, this is how we solve this kind of permutation questions. Make sure you don't make any carry mistake when you do this. Yeah, I prefer students just separate them, so it's easier for you to understand what is going on here. Number 9. Alright, so they actually asked us to show this one after differentiation. You get this one. This is product rule. So dy dx, copy the u, differentiate the v. So differentiate this one. Let me see. I will get 1/2, and then bottom is a square root 4x plus 3. Top is a 4, isn't it? So you simplify. You will get 2 here. Plus, copy the v, 4x plus 3. Multiply the u, which is 2. So I should have multiplied 2 here. So I want to simplify this one, make them look the same. I mean, look like this. So this one I multiply in. I will literally get 4x minus 2 over square root 4x plus 3. This one is over 1. I want to make the same denominator. I will multiply square root for both sides, top and bottom. So square root times square root, I get power 1. So therefore, this one is become plus 2 4x plus 3 over square root 4x plus 3. So right now, same denominator, I can definitely group them together. So top, this one is ax plus 6. This one plus this one is about 12x. Minus 2 plus 6 is about plus 4. So last step I factorize out the 4. This is 3x plus 1 over square root 4x plus 3. Is it exactly the pattern they want? Yes, right. 5 mark, done. Okay, so not very hard unless you do not know how to differentiate or you do not know about product rule. If you know both, it's an easy mark for you. Hence, write down the x coordinate when the stationary point of the curve. So stationary basically means dy dx equals to 0. So this one 4, 3x plus 1 equals 0. Some students will ask, sir, how about denominator? The denominator 4x plus 3, where is it? Because it moved to the other side, multiply 0. So it's gone, it becomes 0. So therefore, 4 also gone, x equals to negative 1 over 3. Done. 1 mark only. Determine the nature of this stationary. Alright, this one need to differentiate second time. Here, differentiate second time is kind of wasting time. Okay, so here I teach you another thing, which is the gradient table. Okay, so what the gradient table here is, you can differentiate second time, but you can see this equation. You do the quotient rule. It's a bit crazy. Okay, so let me give you some idea. This is the x. This is the dy dx. Okay, so just now our stationary value is negative 1 over 3. So I want to know any value less than negative 1 over 3. I mean before it, like this is number line, right? This is y-axis. So negative 1 over 3 is here. If I want to take any value after 1 over 3, I can take 0. 0 is after 1 over 3, right? And any value before negative 1 over 3, and maybe I can take negative 1. Negative 1, is it before 1 over 3? Isn't it? Yeah, it is negative 1 and 0. Okay, and you can take any value you want. I just take the simple value. Because over here, dy dx is 0 when x is negative 1 over 3. Then we sub the 0 into my dy dx. See what happened. So 0, the gradient will look like this. This is the what they call it, sine. Is it sine? Not sure, sine or shapes, but it doesn't matter. So I will plug in 0 into the dy dx. See what happens. So I will get about 4, 1 square root 3. Which is 4 over square root 3 is a positive number. It's a positive number, isn't it? If this is a positive number, so this one will be just write a positive. Positive gradient will look like this, right? This one actually sine should be this one. This one should be sine. This one I can say the line pattern. Then I can try about negative 1 dy dx when x is negative 1. You sub into the dy dx. This one will be 4. This one is negative 2 over cannot be negative 1 because you get negative 4 times 3, you get math error. I want to get some value which is smaller a little bit. Negative 1 over 3 decimal 0.33333, right? Maybe negative 1 over 2. Will I get math error? Any value you wanna. So, but let's do this thing. 3x plus 1 over square root 4x plus 3. Calculates negative 0.5. I get negative 2. Negative 2 is a negative value. Negative value, so negative value, yeah, this is negative. Negative, the line will look like this. Then you can see this one is like this, isn't it? The pattern. Then it's a minimum. Therefore, it is minimum. Right, so yeah, I just use this one will be easier. Or you can write down the dy dx value if you want to. This is like 4 square root 3. This is negative 0.5. And then you get negative 2. So the gradient of pattern must look like that. Also can. Yeah, you can just use any of your own way to prove that it's a minimum rather than second derivative. Because they only give 2 marks. And quotient rule, it doesn't worth it. Alright, easy question. Factor theorem, remainder theorem. They give you this one and then they tell you this is factor. Factor means what? F2 will equal 0, right? Because this is x minus 2. Imagine x minus 2 equals 0, your x is 2. Right, so let's plug in. So you plug in 1 here. This one will be 6 plus a plus b plus 2 equals to negative. You plug in 0 here. Interesting. You get negative 2. Plug in 0, you get 2. Because everything times 0 is 0, right? So yeah, I got the first one. So a plus b, this is 8, right? Minus 8 minus 12. This is first equation. Then we'll do this one. I'll sub 2 into here. This is 6a plus 4a plus 2b plus 2 equals to 0. So this one 6, 8, 48. 48 plus 2, 50 minus 50. So this is 4a plus 2b equals to negative 50. So 2a plus b equals to negative 25. I'm going to do elimination. So a plus b equals to negative 12. This is the first equation, right? I'm going to use second equation minus the first equation. Elimination. So this is a equals to negative 13. Okay? They want to find a b. So negative 13 plus b equals to negative 12. b equals to 1. Alright, so therefore, normally after this one, I will just rewrite my fx equation. Px equation, I mean. My px is 6x cubed. A is minus 13x squared. B is plus x plus 2. And I will not be straight away be very happy about this because I want to do a cubic equation to double check my answer. So this is 6. This is negative 30. One of my answer must be 2. Must be 2. If I don't get 2 here, I know something wrong. C is 1 and D is 2. Okay, one of my answer is 2, then I know my answer is correct already. Then I will just move on. Okay, use the value of a and b, find the remainder of when divide this one. So you just imagine 2x minus 1 is 0, x is 1 over 2, isn't it? So therefore, your p 1 over 2, you will get your remainder. So I want to find the remainder, I just sub 1 over 2 into my px. So yeah, this is the equation here. So 6x cubed become 1 over 8. And then minus 13x squared. Minus 13x squared is 1 over 4. And then plus x plus 1 over 2. And then plus 2. Yeah, so just type this one. So this is 6 over 8 minus 13 over 4 plus 2.5, right? Okay, your remainder is 0. Cool. Since this one, your remainder is 0, then that means it is one of the factor. So if this is one of the factor, they ask us to factorize the px. So you can do the long division if you want to. So just now we have one of the factor is x minus 2. Another one is 2x minus 1. So we need to like factorize completely. I believe here, I think I will still doing the long division. Yup. But if I want to save myself some time, okay, never mind, I write down the px first. Px is 6x cubed minus 13x squared plus x plus 2. Just do a long division. Don't make our life so hard. So yeah, do a long division here. So divided by 2x minus 1. So because this one remainder is 0, so I know 2x minus 1 is one of the factor. So I want to get a 3x squared in order to get 6x cubed minus 3x squared. So this one will give me negative 10x squared plus x. So I will say minus 5x negative 10x squared minus plus 5x. So this is minus 4x plus 2. So I will say minus 2 minus 4x plus 2. So therefore, I know my px is 2x minus 1 multiply with 3x squared minus 5x minus 2. Then this is 2x minus 1. And this one I can factorize it completely. This is 3x and x. This one must be 2 and 1 minus and plus. Done. So they asked me to factorize completely. I just done. Okay, so alright, what's time now? I'm starving, but let's do it. Is it last question for today? Last second questions. Oh my god. Okay. Let's do it. You read. Any important point here? Yeah, this one, arc length. The arc length is 1.5 r. Arc length is 1.5 r. I can find the theta now. So S equals to r theta. S is 1.5 r. R is r. Theta is theta. So theta is 1.5. Okay, done. I can quickly get my angle here, 1.5. So can you explain why there are some equations that can't be factorized using synthetic division? Go eat after this, sir. Mama. Depend if because not all the cubic equation have the whole number root. That means the whole number x answer. If you have some decimal, right, so it's very hard to use the synthetic division when x have decimal or like infinite decimal, so it's almost impossible to do that. So my student just keep on spam me in my phone. Let me see, is there any important thing I want to reply? No, I can reply later. Okay, so let me finish this one. So here is 1.5 r is nice. Okay, now I want to find the length of BC. Then I can easily get these 5 mark questions. Okay, I have a formula. Not sure you like the formula or not. If this is theta, this is r and r. You want to find the length in front of here. You want to find this straight line. The formula is 2r sine theta over 2. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to use this one to find the BC. So 2, r is r sine. This is 1.5 divided by 2, which is 0.75. Okay, so now I got the length of BC. This is the length of BC, is this length. Okay, now I can get a parameter. So the parameter is basically 1r, 2r, 3r, 4r. Here got another r, 5r. Here got another r, 6r. And here got another 2r sine 0.75, because both of them must have the same length here, right? Same length here. Okay, so yeah, so my parameter should be total is 6r plus 2r. No, I can plus 1.5r first, and then plus 2r sine 0.75. So I get 7.5r plus 2r sine 0.75. This is what they want shown. Okay, so should be quite obvious, right? Find the area of shaded region. Give your answer in kr square in 2 decimal place. Alright, so when we find area of shaded region, so what I want to do right now is I'm going to split them into 3 parts. One part A, part B, and part C. A and B, they are the same, is r times r, so it's just r squared. So let me just erase this one. I use a space here. So A is just r squared, B is also r squared because r times r. Right now I only need to find the area C. So this area C is basically a rectangle minus a sector, isn't it? Minus a segment, sorry. This area we call segment, right? So the rectangle is not too bad, 2r sine 0.75 multiply the r. This is rectangle. Minus the segment. Segment is half r squared theta minus sine theta. Okay, so I'm going to solve this one in decimal because yeah, they asked us to leave our final answer in 2 decimal, but before final answer I will just write in 3 decimal place first. Okay, minus sine 1.5 and then divided by 2 This one is 0.251 r squared. So if I minus them, 1.363 minus my answer just now is 1.112 r squared. Alright, so my area is r squared plus r squared 2r squared plus 1.112 r squared. So it's 3.11 r squared. This is the area of shattered region. Done. Okay, not too hard if you get the idea. Only area C will take a little bit time to find. The rest should be very easy. Circular measure. Last question. Velocity time graph. They tell us the distance travel. Velocity time graph distance is equals to the area. So basically that's me. My area is this value. I want to solve it. Okay, so my area, I have two trapezium. Trapezium A, trapezium B. Okay, so this height here is 40. Okay, 1 over 2 60 plus 40 multiply the height plus the second trapezium half. This is 30. This is V. 30 plus V multiply the height, which is 30, equals to 2775. I'm going to solve this one really quick, then I get my answer I want. This is 150, 1500. This one is simplified 50. 30 times 15 is 450, right? Plus 450 plus 15V equals to 2775. I can get my V now. 2775 minus 1950 divided by 50. My V is 55. Okay, so it's not too bad as long as you do carefully. This 3 mark is sort of the bonus mark for you. Alright, then they ask us to find the acceleration when t is 40. Where is the t40? T40 is 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, right? 40 is somewhere here. Here you can see this one we call what? We call uniform speed or constant speed. Uniform speed, what's the acceleration for uniform speed? It's not hard to guess, right? Acceleration is 0. Because uniform speed means it doesn't increase or decrease speed. So A will be 0. Okay, lastly, kinematics. So we have an equation. A equals to 6 cos 2t. So here the carrots when t equals to 0, v equals to 10. If you join my class before, what we use this for? To find c when we integrate a. Okay, because we integrate a, we will get a v, so we will have a c after we integrate the a. So yeah, find the velocity of q in terms of time, easy peasy. So v equals to integrate a dt. So integrate cos will give us positive sign. So this is 6 sine 2t over 2 plus c. Simplify, I get 3. So v equals to 3 sine 2t plus c. I want to find the c. So this is the reason why I need t0 and v is 10. So this is 0. Sine 0 is 0 plus c. C is 10. So yeah, this method you want now, right? So we rewrite the whole equation. 3 sine 2t plus 10. So this is your velocity equation. How many mark? 3 mark, easy peasy. Find the displacement of q from O. Okay, just find S. Oh my god, I thought they were going to give us some hard questions. Who knows, they just give us some easy peasy thing. Alright, so I integrate sine, get negative cos. Negative 3 cos 2t divided by 2. This one gives us 10t plus d. Just now use c already. I don't want to use c anymore. I use d. Alright, but the problem is how to find the d. We need to know the particle depart from origin, isn't it? When t equals to 0 is at the point O. Yeah. So the particle depart at the origin. Origin time is 0 and s is 0 also, right? So I'm going to use this information to find my d. So when s equals to 0, t equals to 0, I'm going to sub in here. This one is cos 0 is 1. So it's negative 3 over 2 plus 0 plus d. d is 3 over 2. Then I get my s equation. Easy 3 mark, 3 over 2 cos 2t plus 10t plus 3 over 2. Done. Okay, I do and discuss finish this paper less in 1 hour 50 minutes. I guess about 1 hour 10 minutes. How long for this paper? This is a 2-hour paper, right? Yeah. I would say this paper is not that bad. You just need to know how to do this kind of questions. You just need to know how to do this kind of paper, and then this is an easy paper. Alright, thank you. About 32 students stay until the end. And remember to, because right now still have none of the students share my live stream, and I prepare 10 gifts for all of you. So I guess eventually, if let's say it's only like 5 of you will share, then I will straight away send this gift to you without doing the lucky draw. Yeah, if less than 10 people are sharing my live, then I will just give you for free. You just send me your address and then I will ship for you. Alright, so thank you for your time, and I'll see you guys around next week. Bye bye and have a wonderful night.